Hello everybody, this will be a video of my bullet collection. You'll see a number of rimfires, many different center fires, and a couple different shot shells. The pointer will be my trusty Gerber. Starting off with rimfires, we have a 22 BB cap. That's pretty much the one that started it off for what you're shooting mostly now as far as 22s. That is the ancestor of 22 bullets. Then we have a 22 short blank, we have a 22 long rifle. This one is a Yellow Jacket. Back in the 70s there was a special run of 22 bullets. It's got a yellow head, and it's got a yellow jacket on the head stamp. They quit making them for a while. Remington came out with them again, but they didn't have the yellow jacket head stamp. This is a 22 Winchester Auto. It was the first 22 for Winchester. It was their first 22 smokeless 22 rimfire round, but it's a completely different round. It's 22 caliber, but the casing is just a little bit bigger than the normal 22. So you could not put this in there unless you want to get it stuck in your gun. And then next is the 20 Wingo. This was made as a skeet round. It's right here it's 20 caliber. From about here up it's 20 caliber, and they only made 20 rifles for these. They had little indoor shooting ranges where they would shoot blocks of ice that would get thrown in the air, and the guns would be chained to the counters, and you would shoot these. The reason why they made them 20 caliber is so you couldn't bring in your own 22 rounds. You had to buy these so you could shoot, otherwise you weren't going anywhere with the game. It's a fairly rare round. The next is a 17 Aguila, 17 Mach 2, 17 HMR, 22 Magnum, 22 mag shot, 22 Remington Special. We have a 30 short, we have a 30 long, we have a 38 short, a 38 long, and a 41 short. All very old and obsolete. Then on to center fires, starting out with the 25 auto. Got a 32 auto. We have a 32 Smith & Wesson. This one is the short. We have a 380 auto, 30 Luger, 32 Smith & Wesson long. It's the long version of this one here. Then we have a 9mm Makarov. We have a 9mm Luger, or 9x19. And then we have a 38 Smith & Wesson. We have a 40 Smith & Wesson. 38 Special Wad Cutter. 38 Special. We have a 38 Special shot. Then we have a 357 Magnum. We have a 41 SDA, a 45 Auto, a 41 LDA, 38 40 or 38 WCF Winchester centerfire. We have 41 Magnum. We have a 44 Special, 44 Special shot, 44 Magnum. We have a 44 40, a 45 Colt. We have a 218B, 22 Hornet, a 2520, obsolete 2520 single shot or 2520 black powder. We have a 3220 or 32 Winchester centerfire. We have a 351 Winchester self-loading, 2535, 25 Remington, 32 Remington, 35 Remington, all very old bullets. Then the very old 3030 Winchester, the older and obsolete 3240. And we have a 32 Winchester Special, a 3855 old military round. We have a 4082, and the very, very old 4570. Then we have a 6mm Remington. We have a 243 Winchester, 22-250, and next is a 225. I can manage to get a good view of the rims. You see the 225 has a rim, the 22-250 is rimless. That's the only difference in between those two. The 22-250 came out first, and they thought the rim would be a neat idea. You can still get them, but they don't produce it very much anymore because nobody really cared about the rim. Didn't seem to be any different than the normal 22-250, so you can still get these for rifles if you have them, but otherwise you can just stick with this one, 22-250. Next we have the 220 Swift. We have a 223, and then I just got this the other day. It's 223. The base of it is brass, and the rest of it is plastic. I haven't done my homework on it yet, so I'm not sure what's the story behind this one, but it's a pretty interesting round. We have a 223 blank. We have the old 30 carbine. One of my favorites is 7.62x39. We have a 308, and then the military version, the 7.62x51. The head spacing's a little different, and it's got a higher power charge, so you don't want to shoot this in a gun that's made for just 308. Otherwise you might damage the receiver, maybe even mess up the barrel. And then we have another 7.62x51. This one's a tracer. It's chain linked to two 308 rounds. Then we have a, kind of hiding in there, 3040 Craig. We have a 7.62x54R. 303 British. We have a 300 Savage. We have a 7.65x53 Argentine. We have a 7.7R. We have an 8mm Mauser, 8mm French Lebel, 270 Winchester, 30-06 Springfield, 30-06 blank. Very neat 35 Whelen. It's the same as the 30-06, just they put in a bigger bullet, 35 caliber, as is the 30-06 is just 30. They put in a bigger bullet. It was originally a Wildcat round until Remington picked it up, found the round, and they loved it, so they put it into action, so to say. It's a very good hunting round. Then we have the 270 WSM, very fast bullet. And then the little bit larger 325 WSM. Then we have my favorite cartridges, the belted cartridges. We have a 264 Winchester Magnum, we have a 7mm Magnum, 300 Magnum, and then it's not belted, but still a neat round, 50 BMG. Very, very old. And then on with the shot shells, we've got 10 gauge, multiple 12 gauges. I just collect them because I can. Different shell lengths. That's kind of neat having an assortment of them. And I don't know if you've heard of this one. It's called a Super Handicap. Never heard of it before. The guy that I normally get bullets from at the gun store here in town, he knows nothing about this thing. It's made by Winchester. It's probably something they just came out with for a short while, but anyways. And then we've got a couple paper rounds. Got the Remington Clean Bore. It was a smokeless round, or a smokeless powder charge. Then we have the older Peters, which Remington bought a while back. It's a paper shell. And another Peters, it's plastic. Then we have the 16 gauges. We have another Clean Bore and another Peters blue paper shell. And then the 20 gauge, we have another Clean Bore, and then we've got a couple of Winchesters, a Federal, and then we have the 410. Got two plastic rounds, different brass lengths. Got a paper shell, 2 smaller ones, and then this one, it's only 1 3/4 inches long, and it's aluminum. It was made in Belgium. It serves as a military survival round. I've only seen them on one other place. The guy only had them for a really short time. Probably because there's not very many left, but it's a neat little round. It's an aluminum casing. Got the dust all over it. Yeah. And brass end aluminum casing. I don't know if we can catch it. Maybe, no. But anyways, it says made in Belgium. And so that is what I have for now. Yep. Just for the fun of it. Take my largest and my cutesy wootsy little 22 round. Alright. How's that for size difference? Yeah, it's pretty tiny. The whole shell is maybe probably not even a 1/16 more than a 1/4 inch. It's a very, very short shell. Oh, that's my bullet collection, so until next time.